So this is what generally QNXT Logical architecture is, because when we are working on QNXT healthcare administrative application, especially from the payer side, uh, it's all important for us to understand about what kind of logical architecture, technically speaking, that we must be good with. In regard to the logical architecture point of view, generally we use microkernel architectures, which is majorly inherently reliable and modular and secure. So this logical architecture, if you see, it majorly consists of uh, minimal microkernel and the same set of separate isolated processes. So which can be provided uh, majorly for different integration layers that we are using. Because integration layer we have as in when we know. So enterprise service bus is one thing that we are using here. That is one thing for integration layer we are using. For external file formats, when we want to integrate the application with FHIR and as well as RESTful integration, we are using in the integration layer. As far as the channels and interfaces are concerned, to maintain electronic health records, as well as the healthcare and digital portals we are using, we must be connected to the trading partners, whatever the trading partners we have, followed by different APIs. Everything is can be used in this regard. So these are the first two layers in the architecture from the microkernel point of view that we must be knowledgeable with. Right? So we must, first of all, channels and interfaces we must be aware of. Next, about the integration layer, about ESPs and all that. But this integration we are doing for four different activities that we do. Right? So one is about the eligibility and enrollment. We can use it because in the previous session I told you QNext, when we are working on QNext, that can be done even for eligibility enrollment. We can use it. Even for claim processing, we are using even that. Even provider management, network provider management, list of hospitals, clinics, doctors, physicians, that can be managed even. And performing quality care management services and pharmacy services to the customers. So these services can be integrated. So for that, we need to have a data layer, different data layer, data table that can be created, right? So data layer analytics to create some dashboards and reports. Uh, for queries and all, we are using SQL anyway, that known to people well. Even for data visualization, we are using Power BI for dashboard creations for data layer, etc. And security compliances and all, normally now and then, because of the cloud environment which is integrated now. So we are going for Azure security. So Azure security compensative tools that we are using to ensure whatever the HIPAA guidelines that we provide. Because when we are developing this application, we must be aligned with HIPAA rules and regulations, which we have to be good with. So knowing about HIPAA rules and regulations followed by RBACs and audit trails and all. So for this, for the cloud applications, subject to condition for the cloud applications, when we are choosing the cloud services from the Azure point of view, Azure security we are using. So Azure security is being used in this process. So this is the logical architecture, especially QNext when we are working technically. This is something that uh, good and familiar with. Now, when it comes to trying to understand about the microkernel architecture, because microservices we have, right? At the same time, we have event-driven architecture style. Earlier, it was monolithic. Even microkernel architecture style and all, these are essentially some set of services that we have, something like IPC and all, inter-process communications. At the same time, we have some process schedulings. At the same time, we have some first level interrupting handlings, all that. Followed by this, we have some low level network communication, all this. So these are the major essential set of services that we have. So all these things will be part of this logical architecture when we are developing. This part we discuss in the next session.